guys, Underground Geek here. So we're going to talk about Flash on this video, and look at this cover. It's pretty darn cool. Now, a lot of the colors kind of mesh together, so at a distance you're kind of like, what is that? But once you, like from this angle especially, look at how cool that looks with the colors together like that. I've always liked like neon purples and neon greens and neon yellows, colors like that will stick out. And so I really like this color. And plus the villain on the cover, I was like, wow, look at that guy. That's pretty cool looking. Then you're fighting the negative Flash there, and it says introducing the macabre, or whatever, the macabre murder called Bloodwork. I think that's macabre? Macabre? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not fancy enough to know these words, okay? So anyway, this basically starts the story telling you about what happened to the dude, how he kind of become what he is. The story. This is part one of Bloodwork, of course. You've got the art by Neil Jug. How do you say that? What did I tell you guys about these names? Joshua Williamson does the script. Normally they would say writer, but he does the script, Joshua Williamson. Covers by Goog and Placencia. Okay. And I like how this has different font. It kind of looks like blood, you know, for a second. So you're kind of like, I don't know. But anyway, it says, do you have any idea how lucky you are? You could have been killed in that fire. So last issue, Barry was struggling with his powers, and he was wounded from the negative Speed Force and actually passed out on the scene of the evidence room being on fire. There was other cops in there, and this is it right here. There was a fire, and somebody took the blood samples and then burned the place. So they're scolding him for it because, you know, he could have got killed. He can't use his powers like he normally does. They don't know he's the Flash anyway, but it was a very dangerous situation. Now, I gotta say that I don't like the way that Barry's drawn in this comic. I don't know. I just don't like that. I think it's the hair. I just don't like the hair. Maybe he's doing it differently because of the negative Speed Force. Because normally it's a little bit more free-flowing. Maybe that's part of his personality change. How it's affecting him. But anyway, so he gets into it with the boss. Starts flying off the handle. This is a little weird because he almost looks cross-eyed right here. Somebody should have really redone that because look, it kind of looks cross-eyed to me. But anyway, so he flies off the handle with the boss and then, you know, runs off. Then of course his friend comes to console him and kind of talk about things. And I'm kind of like, you know, when are they going to start dating? You know what I mean? Because she's been talking to him an awful lot. They hang out a lot. He's not really hanging out with what's her name anymore? What was his Iris? He's not really hanging out with her at the moment. But anyway, she tells him about her background and what happened to her family, and they kind of have a moment where they're talking together. But then he realizes where the bad guy is and who he is, because obviously it's somebody on the inside that has access to the evidence. So he finds out who it is, and he goes to intercept him. He says, I can't let you destroy these blood samples. So it's the coroner all along, okay? But pretty good so far, Anyway, so we get a cool page here. The dude's looking very demented. Negative Flash is looking very negative. Ramsey, put that evidence down. No one else has to get hurt. He's like, yeah, watch out. Watch yourself. Someone always gets hurt, Flash. Ooh, burn. So he starts affecting him through his blood. He's able to like make your blood thinner or thicker. At the same time, he can control his blood and not get hurt. But he used to be a hemophiliac. But through experimentation with other people's blood and metahuman's blood, he was able to counteract that. Pretty cool backstory, gotta say. But look at the scenes here with the negative Flash. I really like how they did his eyes. That's pretty awesome. There's a good color all through this comic, if you'll notice. It's like a dark purplish crimson red mixed with a neon bright red. I like that. But anyway, he tries to attack the Flash, and the negative speed force protects him, blasts the guy through the wall. And at this point, the jig is up because now everybody saw him, and you know, it's time to fight back now. Barry thinks he's killed him, but of course not. The guy gets up and starts to retaliate. This is where it gets crazy. He starts using his blood as a weapon. The only time I've seen this kind of stuff done is like in animes and stuff. But he starts trying to fight him. The blood's getting bigger and bigger, starting to turn into like tentacles. And this is where it gets really creepy. Because look at what he turns into. Oh man, that bothered me just looking at him. It makes me very squeamish. Oh, look at the tissue and the blood veins and stuff. Blood work will make you the victim. Oh crap. So next issue is Central City's streets run red. But here's the thing I want to talk about. See how creepy he looks, but look at him. Who's this guy? Is he going to become that later on? Obviously, he's probably going to turn into that. But what is it with DC here lately in putting comic book covers on stuff that don't happen? I mean, who are you, Marvel? But, you know, that's not him. They should have just showed like some kind of dark, ominous figure standing behind him with like blood and stuff, you know. It wouldn't have been as cool of a cover, but it would have made more sense. That's pretty much my only strike with this comic book is that, you know, the kind of the misleading of it. But other than that, it's a pretty solid comic. Flash has been pretty solid here lately. Oh yeah, and I didn't like his hair very much. I don't know why I don't like his hair. I just wish it wasn't so, you know, but he is the Flash. He's very fast. Maybe it's blowing backwards. But pretty solid issue this week. If you haven't read it, it's a good time to give it a read. If you have been reading it, tell me what your favorite part's been so far. Let's see, what else can I tell you about this thing? The art is so-so. You know, Flash has never really been one of those comics since I've been reading anyway. It's been just great, you know. Now, where it gets to the actual Flash stuff, it seems like it picks up for some reason. Maybe they did that on purpose. But if you'll notice the way it is, as soon as it gets to the actual action, it changes a little bit. It gets more intense. So maybe they did that on purpose to change the dynamic. But I do like the creativity with the bad guy. I think he's a revamped old bad guy, Bloodwork, because I think I remember him before. But look at this backdrop right here. This is pretty cool. You got the American flag in the background. The blood's going all the way up through the buildings. I know it's probably a generic backdrop, but I like how they incorporated that all into that. You know, 3D model cars, but it's still pretty cool. And then you got that very, very original looking bad guy. I don't know if I've ever seen a bad guy look like this before. He is just creepy. I hate it. I could never be a surgeon because if I ever saw a blood vessel, it's over. But anyway, tell me guys what you think about this video. Tell me what you think about this comic and what else you're going to be reading. And let me know what else maybe I could read to let you know about it. And have a great day, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.